Welcome back, everybody, to our final block. So it turns out that a social media platform that's primarily used by tweens and teens don't really relate to or care about what a very elderly president has to say. Color me shocked, John. The Democrat National Committee launched TikTok 4 months ago, and they are seeing Joe Biden centered videos receiving lower engagements than their other posts. I'm blown away.
Listen, Joe Biden's getting a lot of low engagement from everybody of every age. That's why only 1 in 5 Americans even wants to run for re-election. They've had enough of them. They voted for one thing, they got sold a bill of goods, and they haven't gotten their return. And I think young people are a reflection of the whole country. But you're right, put an octogenarian or near octogenarian on TikTok, you're probably asking for a disaster. I'll tell you what parents ought to be more concerned about, what TikTok is doing with the data, their facial recognition data, and other data of their children. A lot of people I talk to in the U.S. intelligence community really concerned that TikTok is a soft spying operation by China to get the facial recognition of our young Americans. That's terrible if that's true, and I think parents ought to be a little more cautious about that.
And I'm very proud to say that because of my badgering and calling some of my friends Chinese spies, I got them to deactivate their TikTok account. So that's all you got to do. You just got to start calling them Chinese spies.
Hey, that's progress. Who knew? That's great. Well, on another sign of progress, that maybe when you get the information out to people, things might change. It gives you a little bit of hope. Just 3 to 4 months ago, we heard about the Disinformation Governance Board. All the reporting on it showed it to be what it was, a truth ministry like Orwell warned about many years ago. Well, last night, an expert panel that advises the Homeland Security Department, led by the former Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff and a former Clinton administration official named Jamie Gorelick, well, they told the Homeland Security Department what we've all known for a long time. There was never a need for this board. Get rid of it. Put it in the wastebasket. That, I think, is a big win for America. Amanda, what do you think?
I can hear the violins over in Washington, D.C. I know that they really wanted this to become a new agency under the Biden administration, but they're absolutely right. It's unnecessary. What I'm shocked about is that they actually had a panel of folks within the Washington, D.C. swamp who actually admitted to that, John.
How about that? It's a downright miracle. And that sound that you thought was a violin, I think that might have just been Nina Jankowicz crying. I think that could be what it is. So.
Or singing.
Or singing.
She's singing a very sad song. She's singing one of those old school country tunes that typically have lyrics like "Tears in Your Beer" and "Your Dog Died." I think that's going to be the new tune for Nina Jankowicz. Okay, speaking of tears in your beer and things going down the toilet or at least circling the bowl, Starbucks is going to be shutting down 20 stores across America, with more to come due to security concerns. I don't feel even the least bit bad considering some of the comments their CEO has made in the past, but I guarantee you a lot of these Starbucks locations that are shutting down are going to be happening in places like Oakland and San Francisco and Los Angeles, because as you see that crime skyrocket, even businesses that profess liberal ideas, when it starts hitting their bottom line, they bail out.
Yeah, and the liability issues too, of having people walk into their store not knowing if they're going to be mugged while they're there or coming in and out. You know what? It's another reminder of what Tiffany told us in the segment with parents. There's an army of mama bears and papa bears ready to make crime the next big issue. I think, we look at a lot of things, and obviously inflation, gas prices, clearly a pocketbook issue, but this crime issue is getting bigger and bigger. It's costing jobs, it's costing franchises, it's costing young children their lives. You saw that young child gunned down in New York recently, just inexplicable today. There's a reported shooting of a Law and Order actor during a filming in New York. This crime issue is going to be that secondary issue that I think moves so many people to reject the Democratic agenda in the fall. It's going to be real interesting. I got a little sports thing for you. It's a little bit of sports, a little bit of politics, but the great Michigan football coach, Jim Harbaugh, well, he's been raising money with his wife for some pro-life groups. I wonder, I think he said something like this. In fact, I just saw this in the news. Let the unborn be born. I wonder how all those woke students on the Michigan campus are going to take their storied football coach actually speaking up for life, which I think is a great thing.
Yeah, attendance at games might go down initially, but I guarantee you there are some diehard Michigan fans who will be happy that they are able to scoop up some tickets when these people relinquish their seats at the stadium. Okay, so Maryland gubernatorial candidate who is endorsed by President Trump, that would be Dan Cox. His primary is tonight. Now, here's the interesting thing, though. Results are not going to start coming in until tomorrow due to security reasons, per Governor Larry Hogan. And President Trump, I believe, yesterday put out a memorandum via his Save America PAC about Rhino Larry Hogan and his support of Dan Cox. And I think, you know, John, we talked to so many Trump-endorsed candidates. The most recent one was Blake Masters in Arizona, talking about how President Trump's endorsement is just a rocket ship behind their campaign. So it'll be interesting to see as these results start coming in tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. And we got to keep an eye on Arizona. That's heating up too. It's going to be a proxy war between Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Mike Pence picked one candidate. Donald Trump, of course, picked Carrie Lake, who's been on this show many times. We've been fortunate to have her on. But you're beginning to see the party take shape for the fall election. And I think when all these primaries are done, all the hard feelings and all the inter-party rivalry going on, I think you're going to see a very unified party. I'm beginning to talk to leaders saying, you know what, we're ready to put bygones, put the best team on the field, make this the all-star game, and let's go take back the Congress. Let's go take back some of these state governments. And I think we're going to be watching close for that. Maryland will be a big one tonight. I'm going to be watching a couple of congressional races in Maryland because I think Maryland 6, 2, and 3 are districts that are currently in Democrat hands that have a Republican pedigree to them. I think they might come back home in the fall. It's going to be a fun one to watch. What do you think, Amanda?
I think that Kelly Schultz is the one that I'm going to have my eye on.
Absolutely. You and I both. All right, folks, hard to believe it's already the end of the show. Thanks for joining us. God bless you. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to have some more big scoops tomorrow night on January 6th. So buckle your seatbelt. We'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, God bless you and have a great night.